And what we really need to do is we really need to recognise and create opportunities for people. So we've got outstanding teachers who just want to be outstanding teachers, but we don't want them to be stagnated in just being an outstanding teacher. We want them to keep them within our organisations by developing them and allowing them to stay in the classroom. Things like specialist leaders of education, things like expert teacher status, things like giving them PLRs for running projects within the classroom, research and development, really thinking about what you do to keep those people who are your most outstanding classroom practitioners, who just want to be in the classroom, but within your organisation. And that's something that we're in a privileged position where, with teaching schools, we can really think about what we do for these people. Leadership development. We need to think about leadership in a different way. We need to think about leadership as not something that has to be, a Monday to Friday, 8:30 till 6:30 job. I don't work full time. I work 3 days a week. I work a flexible 3 days a week. I have a small child at home. I have to have time with that little person who's really important to me. But at the same time, I don't want to sacrifice my career, because he's going to go to school and I'm going to want to come back into the workforce full time at some point. But having the opportunity to create roles for people who are coming back from having families. We have male members of staff who work 4-day weeks in the school because they want to spend time with their families, and being really flexible about that is really important. And there's a huge piece of research around women in leadership, and around the age of 30 we lose a significant number of women from leadership in schools, and then they re-enter the workforce between 45 and 50. So we've lost 15 years of outstanding female leaders because somewhere along the line people that they've worked for haven't been flexible enough to keep them in the workforce. And I think we need to think about this, we need to change this. Very similar to people who may be middle leaders who want to have a family, who would be outstanding senior leaders and practitioners. And how can we work to support those becoming senior leaders and having that work-life balance? I've seen some amazing examples of some schools where they've got people who work all kinds of different working patterns across their senior leadership team. They've got some that work 3-day weeks, some that work 4-day weeks, some that work 7 until 3, some that work 10 until 6, all kinds of things. We're not tied by anything within our organisations. We can create what we want to create to keep those people and to recruit those people. There's nothing wrong. There should not be a stigma attached to not working a 5-day week. There should not be a stigma attached to people working flexible hours. We personalise everything for our young people. We need to take that approach with our staff and our colleagues as well. We really need to think about what we're doing within our organisations, within not just our sector but within teaching in general, to make sure we keep some of these people in the organisations. If people come to you and say, I really want to go travelling, I'm going to take a year off, but I want to come back and work for you, I'm really committed to working for you. Sometimes the head of school's approach would be like, what do I do? Unfortunately, you're going to have to resign. I can't keep your job open. Why are we doing that? Why are we losing amazing people when they could go off, do their travelling, come back, and be completely enriched, and come back and bring all of those things back into you? It's just about being really creative, really flexible. We're the most creative, most flexible profession when we're working with the little people that we work with. We need to do that with the adults that we work with as well. We need to allow people to do this and work together to make sure that we can let this happen. Okay, so within our Teaching School Alliance, we kind of have 3 principles around creating career pathways for people. The first one, recruit, nurture and invest. That principle really comes around recruiting high quality teacher trainees. We run School Direct. We run it in conjunction with Goldsmiths University, and all of our trainees complete the mainstream teaching pathway, but their placements in AP. So we recognise that they need to have a foundation in mainstream teaching, because they may be in a position where when they're employed in AP, they may be the only English teacher in that school, they may be the only maths teacher, they may be the only teacher that teaches Key Stage 3, and we have to create those networks for them when they come into the profession, and those networks with mainstream schools are absolutely crucial. And if you don't have networks with your mainstream schools, go out, and if there's anything that you do from this conversation, go out and find your subject leaders networks, approach your local teaching schools and find out what networks they're running. So we don't run subject networks, but one of our other teaching schools in Hampshire and Fulham, West London Teaching School Alliance, they run English and Maths subject networks. We get all of our staff into those networks because things like moderation, things like professional development, teacher training opportunities, we need to have that partnership with mainstream school, not just to develop these people as teachers, but to develop the outstanding outcomes for our young people. It's really important. We nurture them. Yeah, feel free to ask questions.
Am I the only one here who hasn't heard of Schools Direct?
Right, okay, I'm happy
until this morning.
Right, okay, so School Direct is a pathway with training teachers. It ends with PGC with QTS in exactly the same way, but all the training is done with a partner school. So in September, they start as a member of your staff. You train them in your school, but they go out to university to do the professional studies, and they go out to do a placement in a mainstream school. If they're secondary, they're going to do a short placement in a primary school as well. We run ours in conjunction with Pimlico Skit, so all of our trainees will go into the Pimlico mainstream schools, and all of the Pimlico trainees will come into our schools as well. So we're kind of piloting that model that Shane was mentioned about being able to move in and out of the profession. We chose Pimlico because they have a completely different approach to teaching and learning to work. They've gone down the knowledge-based route. We're very much the skills-based route. So we're equipping our training teachers to look from both perspectives. And it allows you to shape the training programme. It allows you to develop that person. It allows you to keep that person. They're salaried posts for everything apart from PE, art and design, music and drama. So they come, you get money to pay them. They're a full-time member of staff on your team. They start as you would on a traditional PGC with a bit of team teaching, growing and growing and growing. To the end of the year, the idea is that they are part of that department, they're part of your staff team, and that you will take them on as an AQ team. You will have grown them yourself. It's an alternative way of recruiting teacher trainees. There's still the traditional routes out there. You have to talk to people in a bit more detail. And you apply to do that through teaching schools. So anybody who was interested in doing that and isn't part of the Teaching School Alliance, you could train teachers through our alliance. We recruit them for you. You select who they are. You go through the whole interview process. You shape the interview process. You train them, and we do the professional studies kind of work with them in conjunction with the university. And then we invest in these young, enthusiastic, excited, keen, hard-working young people. And the investment is the crucial part. If not, you lose them at the end of the year. We've offered jobs to all of our school directors for the last 3 years, and the only 2 that haven't accepted have made the decision that they want to spend a bit of time in mainstream school, and that's absolutely fine. We invest in them to the point where they have bespoke CPD, they have specific training opportunities. We spend it's not about money, it's about time, it's about coaching, it's about mentoring, it's about creating opportunities for them.